Hello my future iron friends, welcome back to my channel. Here we are again for another series of science review questions in preparation for your ATIT's review or ATIT's exam. So in this PowerPoint I have prepared random questions about anatomy, physiology, and chemistry, and there's also some explanations in every question that we will go over. Okay, so I hope everybody is doing well and excited and nervous for your future TEAS exam. I'm here to help you guys. So let me know in the comment below if you need anything and if there's something I can do to help other than, these study reviews. Okay, so I'm hoping and praying that all of you will pass with your ATIT's exam. Okay. So the first question would be, which organelle is the control center of a cell? Which organelle is the control center of a cell? Is it A, the nucleus, B, the ribosome, C, the mitochondria, or D, none of the above? So if you have watched my previous PowerPoint, you will be able to notice this question because this is taken from my previous flashcards, but in this segment I made it a question style, so you can also participate. So make sure you have your pen and paper so that you can answer with me as we go over with this PowerPoint. I roughly made about 23 questions, so let's continue. Okay, the answer to this is letter A, the nucleus. Next, number 2. According to the theory of evolution, what kind of variation is inherited? Is it A, recessive allele, B, genetic, C, phenotypic, or D, dominant allele? According to the theory of evolution, what kind of variation is inherited? Is it A, recessive allele, B, genetic, C, phenotypic, or D, dominant allele? Okay, so the answer is letter B, genetic. Genetic variation is inherited according to the theory of evolution. Variation can be caused by genetic or environmental factors, but only genetic is inherited, or genetic variation is inherited. Okay. Okay, next. What is the maximum number of electrons that the first shell of an atom can contain? So obviously this is a chemistry question. What is the maximum number of electrons that the first shell of an atom can contain? A, 2, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 0? How do you say 0? 0. Okay. Okay, are you ready? So the answer to this is 2, or letter A. There is only 2 number of electrons in the first shell of an atom. Shells can also be called energy levels, and the first shell is the energy level closest to the nucleus or center of an atom. It is the lowest energy level and can only hold 2 electrons. Okay? Okay, next. Number 4. What kind of chemical reaction gives off energy to the surroundings? What kind of chemical reaction gives off energy to the surroundings? A, an endothermic reaction. B, an exothermic reaction. C, both A and B, or D, none of the above. Okay. What kind of chemical reaction gives off energy to the surroundings? Are you ready? So the answer to this is letter B, an exothermic reaction. It is a chemical reaction that gives off energy to the surroundings, while endothermic reaction is a chemical reaction in which more energy is needed to break bonds in the reactants than is released with new bonds formed in the products. Okay, so that's endothermic. Number 5, what are the 4 main components of human blood? What are the four main components of human blood? A. Plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. B. Red blood cells, osteocytes, white blood cells, and platelets. C. Plasma, osteocytes, white blood cells, and platelets. Or letter D, none of the above. So letter D is obviously not the answer, right? Okay, so the answer to this is letter A. Plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Okay, B and C cannot be the answer because of the word osteocytes. Osteocytes are cells inside the bone, so it cannot be a component in the blood. Okay? Next, what is the function of the hormone insulin? Is it A, insulin regulates blood glucose levels? B, it helps in metabolism by providing structural support and by acting as enzymes, carriers of hormones or hormones. C, help promote good digestive health and may lower your risk of heart disease and diabetes. Or letter D, A and C only. What is the function of the hormone insulin? A, insulin regulates blood glucose levels. B, it helps in metabolism by providing structural support and by acting as enzymes, carriers, or hormones. C, help promote good digestive health and may lower your risk of heart disease and diabetes. Or D, A and C only. Okay, so what's your answer? So the answer to this is letter A. Insulin regulates blood glucose levels. Letter B is a function of protein. Okay? And letter C is a function of fiber. Okay. Okay, number 7. The gallbladder stores and releases bile to aid with the digestion of fat. Is it A, true, or B, false? The gallbladder stores and releases bile to aid with the digestion of fat. A, true, or B, false? The answer is true. So the gallbladder stores and releases bile to aid with the digestion of fat. And what produces bile? Okay, it's your homework. It's your homework. Okay, number 8. Which bodily system controls the production and releases of hormones and release of hormones? Which bodily production? I can't sit straight. Sorry. Okay. Which bodily system controls the production and release of hormones? A, the endocrine system. B, the nervous system. C, circulatory system. Or letter D, the immune system. Okay. So what's your answer? My answer is letter A, the endocrine system. It controls the production and release of hormones. As we know that endocrine system is associated with hormones, right? Okay. Next, how do Langerhans cells contribute to the immune system? A, they capture and process microbial antigens. B, they produce urine in the process of removing waste and excess substances from the food. C, is responsible for blood filtration and is composed of tuft of capillaries whose endothelial cells are interconnected with specialized renal visceral epithelial cells called podocytes and with mesangial cells. Or D, none of the above. Okay, it seems like letter C is a very long option, huh? I'll just give you time to read because sometimes my tongue is twisted and I can't say, the word properly. And besides, I think you already know that English is not my first language, so bear with me with that. Yeah. Okay. So the answer to this is letter C. Oh wait, Sorry. The answer to this is letter A. They capture and process microbial antigens. So letter B is the function of nephron. Okay. Okay, for number 10 question, it is the outermost layer of the skin. Okay, number 10, it is the outermost layer of the skin. Is it A, epidermis, B, dermis, C, hypodermis, or D, subcutaneous? Subcutaneous. Okay, I have posted this question in the ATI TEAS group on Facebook, and everyone got this question correctly. I know it's very simple. This is a simple question, but who knows, the TEAS exam sometimes can be hard or sometimes can be easy. You'll be lucky if you get easy question. Okay, so number 10, it is the outermost layer of the skin. What's your answer? Okay, the answer to this is epidermis. Dermis is middle layer and hypodermis is under the skin. And then subcutaneous is means under the skin too, or beneath the skin. Okay? Okay, number 11 question. The part of the skeletal system that protects the heart and the lungs. A, pectoral girdle. B, the rib cage. C, clavicle, or D, scapula. The part of the skeletal system that protects the heart and lungs must be a very big part of the skeletal system, huh? A, pectoral girdle. B, the rib cage. C, the clavicle, or D, scapula. Okay, the answer is the rib cage. Okay, the rib cage is the part of the skeletal system that protects the heart and the lungs. The clavicle acts to transmit forces from the upper limb to the axial skeleton. And then the scapula is an important bone in the function of the shoulder joint, and it engages in 6 types of motion, which allow for full functional upper extremity movement, including protraction, retraction, elevation, depression, upward rotation, and downward rotation. Okay, so while pectoral girdles are responsible for providing structural support to your shoulder region on the left and right side of your body. So that's the explanation. Okay, next, which division of the nervous system controls the gastrointestinal system? Is it A, the enteric nervous system, B, the parasympathetic nervous system, C, the central nervous system, or D, none of the above? So in this question, the answer itself has a context clue, or there's like a term in the question that has a connection to the choices. Okay, so which division of the nervous system controls the gastrointestinal system? Is it A, or is it B, or C, or D? Okay, of course it's not D. Okay, the answer to this is letter A, the enteric nervous system. Enteric nervous system, enteric means relating or occurring in the intestines. So gastrointestinal system has a connection to the enteric nervous system. So the answer is letter A. Next, number 13. Testosterone is the primary male sex hormone. Is it true or false? Is testosterone the primary male sex hormone? Okay. The answer is true. Letter A. Okay. Number 14. The 2 tubes which split from the trachea and carry air into the lungs is A, alveoli, B, bronchi, C, superior and inferior vena cava, or D, A and B. Again, the 2 tubes which split from the trachea and carry air into the lungs. A, alveoli, B, bronchi, C, superior and inferior vena cava, or D, vena cava. I read it as vena cava. Okay, D, A and B. Okay, the answer to this is bronchi. Of course, bronchi is the 2 tubes which split from the trachea and carry air into your lungs. Okay, number 15. The pituitary gland is found within the brain below the hypothalamus. Is it true or false? Okay, the pituitary gland is found within the brain below the hypothalamus. 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 Okay, answer is A, true. Number 16, the mitochondria is responsible for detoxifying metabolic byproducts. Is it true or false? The mitochondria is responsible for detoxifying metabolic byproducts. True or false? No, the answer is false. Letter B. It is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum that is responsible for detoxifying metabolic byproducts. Okay? Okay, so next question. In terms of anatomical planes, where are the rectus abdominis muscles? A, on the anterior or ventral side of the body. B, lateral. C, posterior. Or D, none of the above. In terms of anatomical planes, where are the rectus abdominis muscles? A, on the anterior or ventral side of the body. B, lateral. C, posterior. Or D, none of the above. Okay, the answer to this is letter A, on the anterior or ventral side of the body. Next, number 18. This is a bonus question. So, state Mendel's law of dominance. So this is just like a flashcard style. Mendel's law of dominance states that an organism with at least one dominant allele will display the trait of phenotype associated with the dominant allele. Okay? Then number 19. What type of instrument or device used to measure blood pressure, composed of an inflatable cuff to collapse and then release the artery under the cuff in a controlled manner, and a mercury or aneroid manometer to measure the pressure? Okay. A, barometer. B, sphygmomanometer. C, thermometer. Or D, stethoscope. Okay. What type of instrument or device used to measure blood pressure, which is composed of an inflatable cuff to collapse and then release the artery under the cuff in a controlled manner, and a mercury or aneroid manometer to measure the pressure? Is it A, barometer, B, sphygmomanometer, C, thermometer, or D, stethoscope? Okay, the answer to this is sphygmomanometer. I hope I say that correctly. Okay, number 20. Veins differ from arteries in the sense that veins have thinner walls and contain valves. So this is a true or false question. Veins differ from arteries in the sense that veins have thinner walls and contain valves. Is it true or false? Answer is true. Number 21, another true or false question. Most axons are as insulated with layers of myelin. Is it true or false? Most axons are insulated with layers of myelin. The answer is true, letter A. Next, number 2. What is the name of the ring of the muscle? Sorry, what is the name of the... I don't know, I can't even read it. What is the name of the ring of muscle at the base of the uterus? Sorry guys, it's been a long day for me. A, the cervix. B, fallopian tube. C, fimbriae. Or D, sphincter. Okay, the answer is the cervix. So the cervix is the ring of muscle at the base of your uterus. Okay, and it's active during pregnancy or childbirth. Okay, next, I believe this is going to be the last question. How is the overall force of muscle contraction varied? Another flashcard bonus, okay? So the overall force of muscle contraction varies according to how many motor units are simultaneously contracted. So this is a good information. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what's next. Okay, that's it for today, and thank you so much for watching and being with me throughout this video. And if you have any questions, I encourage you guys to comment down below and or email me if you have so many questions. And if you want any of my study guides, I mean, I can't provide you all of them because there's a lot, and my documents is just filled with study questions and review questions. So I would be very happy to share you some of them that are already in Word document, and I've been sharing this to a lot of students who are emailing me, who are messaging me on Facebook, and I'm just glad that I could help out. And let me know, guys, if you passed or how your ATIT's exam goes. Okay, I will be very, very glad to hear about you all, and I'll see you in my next video. This is Beth from Reality Life Series, and saying have a nice day. Bye.